theoretical Cassandra disease?
Let's consider again our current information.
I was x-rayed. I was examined thoroughly. Then they took everything about me and put it into a computer where they created this model of my mind. Yes, using that model. Possibly how?
They did flights, and it says, these flights prove the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east.
Do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing.
Got a flood of flat earthers in the chat, like hundreds and hundreds of comments about how the earth is flat. And
let's hold this position for a while, number one. This is worth studying. Earth was flat, and that the sun revolved around it.
The earth is flat, right? Yeah. So, whatever.
That's news.
I mean, I could have said the world was flat.
You know what I think? I think you accidentally told the truth.
Frankly, Mom, I'm encouraged to see how advanced your group has become. You're willing to sail out into the ocean without fear of falling off the edge.
Is the world flat?
Is the world flat?
Yes.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I never thought about it, Whoopi. Is the world flat? I never thought about it.
You never thought about whether the world was round?
No, because but I'll tell you what I've thought about, how I'm going to feed my child, how I'm going to take care of my family. The world flat has never entered into, that has not been an important thing to me.
You'll teach your son, Jeffrey,
If my son, Jeffrey, asks me, is the world flat, I guess I will go.
You know, didn't Columbus already work this question out? I mean, why are we doing this?
Because my question was, if science tells us that the world is round, where would you negate that science? Well, let me get let me get it out first. That science may say, okay, here's what we think has happened, and if you put your faith in the idea that the world is round, can we not also believe that part of that comes from is evolution as well?
And that's why I think God gives us those kinds of markers. You know, He gives us those kinds of markers, but there are things that He does say in the Bible that I take absolutely and I believe in. He said He created.
The Bible is certainly to be respected and beloved. But what about some of the scientific things, like is the world flat or round, and do we get energy from the sun and so forth?
Then they took everything about me and put it into a computer where they created this model of my mind. Yes, using that model, they managed to generate every thought I could possibly have in the next, say, 10 years, which they then filtered through a probability matrix of some kind to determine everything I was going to do in that period. So you see.
There. Over there. Come on.
Then they took everything about me and put it into a computer where they created this model of my mind. Yes!
Stops in India and China, then across the vast Pacific.
Make a composite, but you shouldn't be copy and pasting clouds. That means you're adding stuff that's not real.
Over time that NASA has put out, and you're absolutely right, none of those pictures look the same. The color of the water is different. Like you said, the continents are different sizes. It's just unbelievable. And I think what happened originally was they would put these things out and nobody was paying any attention to it.
It doesn't go straight up. It always goes in a curve and out to sea. The point is they actually go horizontal. The space shuttle goes horizontal. It never goes any further up. It goes horizontal, very, very low down in the atmosphere. You know, it's still in the atmosphere while it's horizontal, so it never gets any higher.
Momentum from flying up just stopped? No, it had to have hit something. What would it hit? If it hit a solid surface, the rocket would have been destroyed, and most likely the camera too, so we wouldn't have the footage, and obviously that's not the case.
Kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
Practically speaking, it's very uncomfortable. Because if the Earth is in the center of the universe, that means that somebody put it there.
Matter tells space how to curve. Space tell... Did I get that right?
We are all standing under a glass ceiling right now.
People figured out that we were an enclosed system. The more advanced we got, it would be the biggest thought on our minds. That's all we care about. You could make a wildlife preserve 1,000 miles square. All people, all human beings would do is just be knocking on the fence constantly, going, why is this fence here? Who built the fence? Why are we in here? And so on and so on.
Why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented.
Earth, 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 yep, 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 Earth, Earth, yep, 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 yep.
Predict with it, but when you start asking, like, what it is, I don't know. Einstein, in an Einsteinian answer, we would say gravity is the curvature of space and time, and objects will follow the curvature of space-time, and we interpret that as a force of gravity. That's probably the best answer I can give to a what is gravity question, or why is there gravity. That's the best I can do there. I think that's a good start.
What? You know how everybody believes the world is flat, like a pancake? Well, they're all wrong. The world is actually round, like an orange.
You want. Now, let's see. How do we go about proving that? Go to the seashore. Go to a seashore. Watch. As ships sail away, they don't disappear all at once. No, first, the bottom will disappear. See, the bottom of the ship is gone. Now we can see midway up, and then the whole thing disappears. Now, ships came back. They didn't fall off the table. So people realized that the world is curved. I mean, it's a big curve, but it's curved. So, the process of testing claims, the world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science. Now, if you have a claim that can't be tested, that's what we call pseudoscience. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
Boats don't disappear over the curvature of the horizon. Boats disappear due to perspective. All you have to do is go to the beach, watch a boat disappear.
The flat earth?
Look, it'll come, all right? Just don't worry about it.
Please.
Boo.
Johnny 7 fires bullets like a rifle. Fires like a Tommy gun. Now it's a cap-firing pistol. You've won with Johnny 7, the one-man army gun.
His speed, his fight.
What an agent, what a squirrel. He's got the country in a whirl.
Pop-O-Matic pops the dice. Pop a 6 and you move twice. Trouble, trouble, that's the name of Koner's Pop-O-Matic game.
Squeeze off shot after shot with this electric rifle. Press the switch, it's a rapid-fire submachine gun. Reloads itself, too. And what a wild choice of targets. Bag a lion, clang the bell, rock the clown, wind up the revolving ducks, and see how good you are. 8 clanging, spinning targets.
The Spice Cadets, starring Scooter, Jenny, Countdown, Snoopy, and Popstar.
To the land of the lost.
Breakfast. Lunch. I said lunch, not lunch!
Darn, that's the end.
I told Killian I'd be back. I wouldn't want to be a liar.
You look like you're in a studio, maybe in Omaha, Nebraska or something. The shot is so clear. Is this a hoax? Are you really in space still?
See the hair?
I don't know. And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Anybody to combat this threat on behalf of our kids. I'm open to all sorts of new ideas. Flat Earth Society.
Tickets, please.
Evidence that it was in fact quite the opposite.
Does it matter?
Yes.
For what?
Well, I mean,
what's so important about that?
You have millions of fans.
Out of all the podcasts, that's what you took out of it? The Flat Earth?
I mean, you were asked again about it on camera.
The fact that that could be news all over the world just shows you how.
What doesn't show?
How that is. I mean, the fact that it's a social phenomenon that Kyrie thinks the world is flat is hilarious.
Well, again, you have lots and lots of fans, and the fans listening.
That affects them?
It may.
Oh, okay.
So, is that...
No.
So that is not something you believe?
I mean, no, I'm asking you, does it matter though? Like,
well, I have said that it does. Now I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you if that is something you truly.
I mean, it doesn't really have a relevance over my life. I mean, I just feel like that the fact that it's even a conversation is hilarious. That could actually be news. It's hilarious.
Some people thought you were joking. You're not joking, right?
No, I mean, it was just like a point that, the fact that could actually be real news. Like everything that's going on, that Kyrie Irving thinks the world is flat. So, like, we can ask like relevant questions. What's going on in the world? Like, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? Or what I really believe, or who I really am. That'd be nice. But the fact that that's what everyone got out of the podcast, that's hilarious to me.
Well, we can get to who you are, certainly, but is this something that you believe?
I mean, does it matter? That's what I'm asking.
Well,
that doesn't matter to you, like that I think that the world is flat, or I think that the world is round.
I mean, you
or is it like just the fact that we're sitting here asking, asking questions? Do I think the world is flat?
You said that it's a shame or that it's funny that is something that's news.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
We're in an age where people throw around terms like fake news and they talk about things that aren't true and aren't real. So then you come out and say something about the Earth being round or flat. I mean, the science would suggest that it is round.
Yeah.
And you are
that would be scientifically impossible.
Again, you are.
Which I'm totally aware of that.
And you are a very popular figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you have a microphone. You have a podium.
What's your point?
And you said this, so that's why it matters. Everybody wants to know.
Okay.
Do you believe this?
I'm gonna believe what I believe in, and whether I think the world is flat, whether I think the world is round. I mean, believe what I believe.
Harry, what do you think about the fact that there are so many things out there?
Talk about the Cavs.
Hold on, Rachel, give me a second.
The Cavaliers, where they are right now. You happy where things are going?
No, we're in a good place. We're in a great place. I think that we understand, what's at stake and the level that we're trying to get at. I think that we're definitely in a good place. So I'm happy.
What you guys learned from last year that maybe is going to help you guys again this year?
It's a new experience, man. It's a new journey. So, you know, thinking about us repeating and actually doing it, the hard part is actually trying to get back. You know, you understand that this is a new position. Only a few guys on the team, like Ron and Champ, have been through a repeat, trying to defend. So, you know, you just try to lean on them for advice and try to do everything possibly ready to play every night.
What do you think of the fact that we're living in a time where we're having these kinds of conversations?
I mean, I guess chairs.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
In all seriousness.
Yeah, no.
The larger thing.
By the way, I don't want you to think that I was trying to be malicious in terms of you asking the question. No, I just think that it's hilarious that
we spend every day together.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, you know, some people. The idea that something like, hey, are we currently in the state of Louisiana? Like, that this has become like up for debate.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
No, I mean, I think that there's just so much. I guess I don't know if you could even call it news. There's so many real things going on, like things that are going on that's changing, shaping the way of our lives. And I think sometimes it gets skewed because of who we are in the basketball world. And oh man, what does he actually think? Oh no, I don't like Harry anymore because he thinks that the world is flat, or he thinks that the world can't be round, or you know, I know the science, I know everything possible. So I mean, not everything possible, but you know, the fact that that can actually be real news, and you know, people are actually asking me that it's a social phenomenon. What do you think about it? You know, are you going to try to protect your image and what you're? No, I mean, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The fact that it's a conversation. I'm glad that it got people talking. Like, does Kyrie actually think the world is flat?
All right, people are follow that up by asking you about a real issue that I know you've talked about before. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Dakota pipeline and the New Order and